The cloud that didn't want to rain. High above the world, in a sky that stretched endlessly, there lived a small cloud named Nori. Nori was soft, light, and very gentle. All the other clouds had a purpose. They moved together, they gathered, and when the time came, they rained. But Nori did not want to rain. Every time the sky grew heavy and gray, the other clouds would prepare. "Stay close," they would say. "It's time." But Nori would drift away, slowly, quietly, as if hoping no one would notice. "Why don't you rain?" one of the older clouds asked. Nori hesitated. "I don't want to fall," she said. The older cloud looked at her kindly. "Rain is not falling," it said. "It is becoming." But Nori didn't understand. To her, rain meant disappearing, breaking apart, losing herself. So she spent many days floating alone, watching the world from far above. Sometimes she saw children running through fields. Sometimes she saw birds resting on trees. Sometimes she saw rivers shining under the moonlight. And every time she looked down, she wondered what it felt like to belong somewhere. One night, the wind traveled beside her, soft and slow. "Why do you hide from the rain?" the wind whispered. Nori looked away. "Because if I let go," she said quietly, "I might never become myself again." The wind was silent for a moment. Then it said, "Perhaps becoming yourself requires letting go first." Nori thought about those words for a very long time, but they frightened her. So she continued drifting. One day, the sky grew darker than ever before. The air felt heavy. The earth below was dry and tired. All the clouds gathered, even Nori. "This is important," they said. "The world needs this." Nori looked down. Far below, she saw something she had never noticed before. The ground was cracked. The trees were still. Even the wind seemed to be waiting. And near the edge of the dry land, she saw a tiny flower, bent toward the earth, weak, almost gone. Nori stared at it quietly. Something inside her shifted. Not fear, but something close to it. "What if I disappear?" she whispered. A quiet voice answered, not from the clouds, but from below. "You won't disappear," it said. "You will arrive." Nori trembled slightly. The sky grew heavier. The moment had come. One by one, the clouds began to rain. Soft at first, then steady, then full. Nori stayed still until she couldn't anymore. Something inside her let go. And then she began to rain. At first, it felt like losing something, like letting go of a part of herself. But then something changed. She felt herself touching the earth. She felt herself sinking into the soil. She felt herself becoming part of something bigger. The trees drank. The ground softened. The rivers began to move again, and the tiny flower slowly lifted its head toward the sky. Nori felt warmth spread through the world below. Not the warmth of sunlight, but the warmth of relief, of life returning. And for the first time, Nori understood something beautiful. Sometimes giving a part of yourself away is how the world blooms. The rain continued through the night, gentle, patient, calm. And as dawn began to appear, the storm slowly faded. The clouds became lighter, the sky softened, and silence returned once more. Then something wonderful happened. From the rivers, from the trees, from the warm earth itself, a soft mist began to rise. Slowly, quietly, it floated upward into the sky. And there, high above the world, Nori formed again. Soft, light, familiar. But she was different now. She was not afraid anymore. Because she finally understood. Nothing loving is ever truly lost. It only changes shape. And sometimes, what feels like an ending is simply the beginning of becoming. Close your eyes. The story will stay with you.